Ooh,
Fellas!
that was a smooth one. That was right on the one.
Let's go.
Fellas!
That bumps, that just gets, I'm hyped now.
That was pretty good.
Transition like that.
Yeah, that was one of your better ones.
You know that's going to be a big day. Let's go.
Fellas, it is Tuesday, October 12th, here on the Fellas Show. Great crowd here already this morning. Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
It's probably because they're excited because the hockey season is officially started today. Wow.
Let's go.
We have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight, and the battle of the expansion teams, the Seattle Kraken versus the Vegas Golden Knights, which props to you, NHL, for giving us this game day one. Props to you. You know, they could have gone Kraken. Obviously, they got to throw the Kraken in there. Could have done Kraken against Lightning and watch them got
good
shit
matchup.
Passed. Nah, instead you win expansion team versus expansion team in Vegas. Electric. And don't you be sleeping on my Seattle Kraken. I need a Seattle Kraken jersey. It's official.
We're 1 week out of NBA.
True. Yeah, we're officially
7 days.
Yeah. Is it October 19th?
19th. And the Nets play the Bucks. Warriors play the Lakers. And then we'll have all the sports.
All the sports. We also have 3 Game 4 elimination games tonight.
Oh, my God.
Baseball. We have San Francisco and the Dodgers at 2-1 for San Francisco. Please close out that series. Please, please, please. We have the postponed Game 4 of Astros White Sox.
Yeah, it's a good thing we told them it was going to rain there.
Good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. And Astros are on the brink of moving on, winning a 2-1 series in that. And then we have Braves, Brewers, and Braves are up 2-1 in that as well. So plenty of things today.
Oh, I did not see that the Timberwolves won by 28.
Oh, yeah. No, NBA sweep last night. NBA preseason sweep last night. It's getting good.
I'm on a roll with preseason NBA.
I know. Keep it going.
I hope this works in the regular season.
Yeah, I hope that's how I feel about preseason hockey right now, too, because I've been dominating preseason hockey. I'm like, I don't want regular season to start yet.
I know.
I like the preseason. No, but it should be good. But
hey, preseason money is real money.
True that.
That counts.
It does. But we have. Oh my God, our camera's fucking terrible today. We are just. Anyways, we have something important to talk about today. John Gruden.
Bye-bye.
Goes bye-bye. John Gruden, if you somehow didn't hear about it yesterday, 1 is a dummy.
True.
2 is a bully.
True.
And 3 says a lot of things that he should not have said.
I have to agree with all 3 of those points.
In written emails, in very easily found messages
to other high-level.
To other very high-level people, including the president of his former now team. Just not smart.
I will say, shout out John Gruden for making it very easy to know what side to be on for this one.
Oh, yes. There is
He did not leave any room for being like, well, nah.
Yeah, there's no devil's advocate on this one.
Nah, you really can't. You can't say much about this one besides.
You dummy. If you missed it, he dropped a bad term for what people use for a gay person.
Rather homophobic slur.
He called Roger Goodell a clueless anti-football pussy, followed by a homophobic slur.
Which that one made me kind of laugh. Not the slur
that
part.
That one was
not the slur part, but just that Goodell. The Goodell slander.
Obviously, everything very bad, but the Goodell clueless anti-football pussy was one of the greatest chirps, whatever you want to call it, I have ever heard in my life. If he wouldn't have said anything else and just clueless anti-football pussy about Roger Goodell,
I don't think
we'd be on this show clapping and talking about how John Gruden needs to get another 10-year extension.
But then it becomes a lot less funny when you see all the things it's surrounded by.
He also said, what else? Oh, he also commented about the Michael Sam thing when he got drafted, about why do we have to draft a queer.
Yeah.
And then he said something about someone's lips.
DeMaurice. It was the president of the NFLPA at the
Oh,
time.
okay, yeah.
I think it's DeMaurice something. I forget his last name. But yeah, he said something that we probably shouldn't say.
Yeah, that's just not good. Which is unfortunate because what he was doing in Las Vegas was
He seemed
working.
to finally get it
It was
together
working
there.
yeah. I mean, there's a reason he signed a 10-year contract, and 4 years in, it seemed like he was finally getting where he wanted to
Right.
be. And but hey, past catches up with you at some point.
Yeah.
And this is also, I mean, obviously he had to resign after what he said, like he has to. But more importantly, and actually Sean pointed out last night, is he's like Carl Nassib's on that team.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Carl Nassib is, that is the first openly gay NFL player. Michael Sam was technically the first, but never actually played.
Right.
So Carl Nassib is the first openly gay NFL player who plays on John Gruden's team.
An interesting thing because he went through the whole, he was on teams for several years before he actually came out.
Yep.
So
no. So Goodell actually resigned yesterday, so he voids his
Gruden.
Gruden.
That would be wild.
I got Goodell on my mind. Sorry, Gruden. Resigned, so the contract is totally nullified. And even if he didn't resign and they fired him, that's with probable cause. So they didn't have to pay. It's basically like Antonio Brown when he was freezing his feet and shit. And they were like, we're not going to pay you. And he's like, no, you have to. And they're like, no, we actually don't because you did something to completely harm the organization. That would be the exact same case with Gruden, except that he resigned, so the contract is gone now. He still got paid, what, $40 million probably?
Yeah,
He's making $10 million
got
a year.
his.
He got paid. He'll be fine. But probably never have another job in sports again. Gruden's time in sports has come to an end. Morning, Cam.
Yeah.
No, Steve J. He does not get paid.
The one thing that made me think this is because Gruden, I mean, obviously, bit of a character.
Yep.
Super intense guy.
Super intense. We kind of knew he was a little bit of a bully already.
Yeah, we knew he had a little bit of
a little rough side,
angry
yeah.
bone in his body. But he never came off like this, and you'd think it would be hard to have those kind of thoughts in an NFL locker room.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder who else has because we only found these emails because the Washington football team has some problems of their own that are being investigated already.
And as much as I don't like the man for his commentating, his color commentator, his analyst job is not that bad. Booger McFarland said it really well last night at halftime when they were talking about it in last night's game. And exactly to the point you said, he's like, understand that Gruden is not the only one. He's like, this is just the first one to be uncovered. This is the first one to do this. He goes, this happens all over the NFL. And Gruden is just the first domino piece in a long, he's like, this is not over. He's like, this is going to keep happening. And he's like, this is what the NFL is trying to rid themselves of. This is what, there's a stigma in the NFL that they're already, racist and things like that for the Colin Kaepernick. There's a bad stigma in the NFL that they're trying to get rid of. And this is the exact kind of thing that they're trying to rid themselves of. And it's not over. This is not over. There's other people in there. There might even be people on Gruden's coaching staff who goes down with him. There's other coaches around the league that might be going down. This thing is not going to be the last time that this happens. I hope it is, but there's still more to go with this, I think, which is unfortunate. But hopefully we get rid of this kind of thing in the NFL because I'm ready to move on from stuff like this. Coaches saying things. Dude, I just don't understand how you say those things when you're in an NFL locker room. And I get it at the time he was an analyst, so it's a little different, but, no. You can't be saying this stuff. Nice surprise this morning in my parlay on the Ravens. Turned the game off at 24-3 with no. Attaboy, Steve G. I think a lot of people did that last night.
Do we want to get into that game?
Yeah, we probably should get into that game a little bit.
Just crazy.
Crazy.
Absolute.
Yeah, Cam.
We'll see if they get Dan Snyder.
He needs to go down. The fact that he's still standing is unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll see. Unless he's out here matching Gruden's energy, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. Anyways, last night's game. Yeah, absolutely wild. A flip done got switched in Lamar's head that was like, hey, play better football. And he's like, okay, I got you. Also, the fact that the Colts had, 3 starting corners on their roster by the end of that game?
No, they had 3 corners,
3
period.
quarters, okay.
They were not starters. 2 of them were promoted from the practice squad that very week.
Yeah, so Colts had 3 corners on the roster.
But that was about halfway through the third quarter when Rhodes and I forget another corner, 2 corners went down. Yeah. They were already thin.
Not to mention Rodrigo had a hip problem apparently last night.
Well, yeah, let's make this clear that Carson Wentz won that game 3 times probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, a 37-second drive to put it at like the 30 for a little chip.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Not to mention a missed field goal, blocked extra point, and both of which would have won the game.
Yep.
Not to mention having to go for it on 2 because they don't think they have a kicker, which also would have won the game.
Yeah.
Just, you can't not have a kicker.
Yeah, it's...
Your kicker needs to
For some reason, it gets looked by sometimes. We're like, oh. Like, there's a reason the Ravens always win close games. And it's because they got Justin Tucker in the back end. Like, the dude doesn't miss. And I know we joked about it last night. Like, this man, we were talking about it last night. So the coin toss and OT.
Oh, yeah.
Coin toss and OT. We're like, what if Justin Tucker wins this and says he wants to kick? Like, nah, coach, I got it. I'll put it in my hands. And then he just kicks one a mile up in the air, runs, drills the guy who's about to catch it, catches it himself, and runs into the end zone. It'd be the most Justin Tucker thing I've ever seen in my life. Man just puts the game on his shoulders.
Now, I was thinking about this because I'm very confused about what happened. Because if you remember, on that first... Was it extra point or was it a field goal?
That was a field goal.
The first field goal of the night, you see Nyheim Hines holding the ball for Rigoberto
Sanchez, yeah.
Rigoberto Sanchez, the Colts punter, to come out and kick.
Well, we're all kind of like, wait, that's not Rodrigo.
No, and then, do they call time and it all stops?
No, they
that's
kicked
right,
the field goal miss,
it was a false
and then the guy goes offside. No, the guy goes offside, so they get to redo it, and then Rodrigo comes in and makes it.
Yeah, I was like, I know, he went wide left, and then they got to redo it.
That was a weird. That whole thing was really weird with Rodrigo.
But my question is, if at that point they decided they have a better chance of making a field goal with their punter in, I wonder why they stayed with that energy, like with that idea.
Yeah, I have a feeling that first kick was not because of his hip. I don't
know, because I was just looking. I saw a thing. Where did it go? Did I pull it up?
You don't just do that.
He just said, I saw a thing, and it was that he in warm-ups just felt a stab in his hip every time he cocked back all the way.
Damn.
And if you know that, that's why I'm like, they knew that in warm-ups, and then made the decision to send out the punter.
Yeah, Rigoberto.
And then unmade the decision, and then missed all the kicks. I guess. So at one point they think we have a better chance of making a kick with this punter.
Yeah.
But then they don't think that for the rest of the game. And I don't it's really hard to say with the intricacies of kicking and punting and all that, whether or not that punter Rigoberto could come in and hit a 47-yarder.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of it too is, all right, send out Rigoberto out there with Nyheim Hines Rodrigo, just stay. Like, we don't
Yeah.
need to hurt you. Misses it. You get 5 yards closer, and it's like, Rodrigo, you need to get your ass in there. We need 3
But you
points
know what?
badly.
I mean, hey,
like, we need 3 points badly.
Guy got run up on. It was a false start. You know, I would have been a
Offside,
little shook up.
Yeah.
Oh, offside. Keep feeling. He was shaking on. You know, give him a chance. Had the distance. A little wide.
I mean, I don't know. Dude, kicking is it's a very weird topic, and it's very hard to do.
Oh, it's very. I'm like, I just don't know. I'm trying to. Would they have won the game if Rigoberto Sanchez was kicking that ball?
I don't know. He missed that first one.
But do you think he could have got one of them in?
I mean, Rodrigo got one in.
Think he could have got two of them?
No, I don't. Especially not that game winner. Anything inside 40, maybe.
Yeah, because right after that, Stephanie's right. Right after that field goal, he was like stretched out on the ground. Like
trying to get
talking to himself. I think trying to stretch probably
something. He was hurting though, because when they panned over to him, he was literally like talking to himself, and he looked like he was not in a good place there. Very, very strange. Very strange. Carson Wentz, what a performance last night.
From both quarterbacks.
Yeah, and then my next was only to be overshadowed by Lamar Jackson's 500-yard game.
Yeah, well, he had 2 fumbles and Carson only had 1. So when you think about basic football,
500,
hang on to that ball.
500 yards.
Also, that strip, punch the ball out, running. Forward lateral.
No fun league.
Bull.
No fun league.
That's a little minute bull.
That was one of the most electric plays in the last decade.
I don't care if it was
and
forward.
They just called it back.
I don't care if it was can we just let that one go?
Also,
we let the super cool Seattle punt go, and that was super illegal.
Yeah, exactly. Also, who was it? That dude is the fastest dude I've ever seen in my life. The Colts guy. Who was that? It wasn't Darius. Darius pitched it to I know who it is too. Anyways, that dude outran Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown.
Yeah,
around the corner, outran them.
Yeah, he's straight.
That's not just like a foot race. That is getting around you and then beating you.
Yeah,
to the end zone.
I think Lamar had him. Was it Rhodes?
It wasn't Rhodes.
Yeah,
Rhodes isn't that fast.
I would have had some feelings if it was Rhodes.
I would have been freaking out if it was Rhodes.
Rhodes closed.
Colts. Yeah, I bet. I literally looked at Duvernay to score a touchdown yesterday at 2,000, and then Stephanie commented that she was looking at Duvernay for a touchdown, and I was like, well, someone has to take it. And it was so close. That was when they got down to the 1. He was the one who caught it when they got down to the 1. And then just, nope. Isaiah Rodgers, sorry.
It was Isaiah Rodgers.
I could be wrong. It might have been Rhodes, but I'm pretty sure if I saw Rhodes on the back, I would have tweaked out. I'm pretty sure it was Isaiah Rodgers, but I could be wrong. Let's go to YouTube real quick. YouTube. It's got to be up there. I just posted something.
Oh, yeah. Mark Andrews. Should probably mention.
Oh, yeah. And Marquise Brown.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Earned his salary.
If you went against Lamar, Marquise, or Mark Andrews last night, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
31-point lead. Just this dumb old tight end left. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
30-point lead, and that's what happens.
Yeah. And then you know what? You don't even. And then overtime, didn't even get that ball in Carson Wentz's hand. The most electric player on the Colts in that moment.
I know.
That looked like vintage Eagles football.
Oh, yeah?
It really was bringing me back.
Oh, yeah?
Carson Wentz running for his life, trying to make some kind of play somewhere, and then a A
Sean was
defense full
on
of
one
practice
last
squad
night.
cornerbacks giving up the game continuously. That felt
was-
vintage.
Guys, when I tell you Sean was on one last night, Sean was on one.
No,
last
like
night.
it's not even a joke. I legitimately miss that guy so much. And you can think he sucks. You can think whatever about him, but I watched dang near every single Eagles game that he played in, and I know what he's got. I severely miss the guy.
I hear you, kid.
Just watching that game really just
To sum it up,
miss you, Carson.
to sum it up, first good play, like first crazy play of the game, that pitch or that dump off to Jonathan Taylor goes 76
Oh yeah,
yards.
that was
Goes 76 yards, and we're all like, whoa. And all you can hear is Sean in the background. Yeah, Carson! Yeah, Carson! 76-yard touchdown pass. Carson wins. And we're all like, wait. And everyone was like, dude, that was Jonathan Taylor. And Sean goes, yeah, Carson!
No, I was
just to give you a look at Sean's level last night.
I was just memeing on that one.
Just to give you a look at his level last night. Sean was feeling it. It is too bad the Colts lost that game, though. Also, I saw on Twitter someone bet $150,000 on the Colts to win, and then tweeted when it was 22-3 his cash out at $430,000, and he said nah, and then proceeded to not cash out, even though his name on Twitter is Cash Out King. Yeah, that is the worst combination of things that could have happened to this man.
That was brutal.
However, he did put a $50,000 bet on the Red Sox and Giants to win $250,000. So he's still up.
You should have just cashed out when I went to OT. I bet he could have got a decent.
Well, people were like, you realized last year when you did this, you would have cashed that out and put it on the Baltimore Ravens money line. He was like, I know, but I didn't. Apparently, this dude's wild. Like, he just goes for it all at all times. Imagine doing a $430,000 cash out last night and then putting it on the Baltimore Ravens to win at that time at probably like plus 1,000. Wow.
I'm just saying, Lamar had 40 more yards than Carson Wentz on 8 more attempts. You know what? Like, hey, and he got a drive in overtime.
This is true.
I'm just saying, if that coin flips another way, we're having a whole different discussion.
Maybe. Except that Lamar Jackson still had 500 yards last night, which is fucking insane.
Nah, it was good.
Not to say that Carson throwing 400 isn't nuts and like absolutely incredible, but Lamar had 500 yards of offense last night by himself, which is quite incredible. Quarterbacks be popping off.
I'm so heated. I'm so mad.
I would have been more heated if my bets would have lost last night, but the fact is, once that went into OT, everything hit. So I was like, all right, cool, let's go. Definitely want to see the Colts win that, though. I didn't want to watch the Ravens win that. Ravens been winning some close games.
Are you allowed to drop kick a field goal?
Yes.
All right. Well, they should have definitely put Rigoberto Sanchez in that last one. Let him drop that.
Drop kick it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's a punter.
Drop kick a game winner from 40 plus.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to drop kick a ball?
That's a punter's job.
No. It is not his job to drop kick. That is not a punter's job at all.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
If you watch a punter drop kick a ball, that dude should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Especially if it's like a 60-yard launch.
Yes.
That is so hard to do when you have 11 people sprinting at you.
Nope.
Where is Braxton right now?
Probably in school.
Nerd. JP has some rah-rah to talk after his comeback against Braxton in fantasy football.
He just wanted out. Where's Braxton?
Yeah, he just came in here.
Gotta find this dude.
Yeah, it's. Hey, the Fellas Fantasy Football League is spicing up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm so.
Shout out to Cam for another shotgun bet.
I'm gonna fight Mark Andrews, and I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna put my body on the line because that's how I feel about my harmonica rat boys.
As a Titans fan, it was a beautiful sight to see the tears of Colts fan when it went to OT and Carson didn't even get to touch the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be scared too if Carson had the ball. You know.
Yeah.
I'd be scared too.
Yeah. Best QB in the league.
I'd be scared too. This is when the MVP tour starts. When the 13-4 Colts.
Here it comes. It was just a matter of time.
He's coming. I'm sorry.
Football.
It looked so much like an Eagles game that I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, it really did.
Just the trying so hard on offense
And falling just one
and
step
just
short.
immediately getting caught up every time.
The
No
20
matter
point-
how big
the
of a
20
lead
point
you have,
blown lead.
no matter what, it just felt so. It was just classic.
Classic.
Really had me a little nostalgic.
The
Wow.
Red Sox move on.
Look at that. There they go.
Walk-off fashion again. Thank God the Dodgers did not walk off last night. I was really expecting it. I was really, really expecting the Dodgers walk off, but we didn't see it. Thank God. Yeah, so we could have a Red Sox Astros, Red Sox White Sox if they figure it out here. I really hope the Red Sox get absolutely dismantled next round for taking out my Rays. That was a pretty shitty thing to do to them. Sorry, they only have like a third the salary that you guys do, but whatever. We have more playoff baseball. My real team is still in it, the San Francisco Giants. Please win the World Series, San Francisco.
The problem is, those scrappy boys from Chicago aren't giving up yet.
It's true. Oh, Cam, it's so good to see you.
Oh no.
Rough estimate timeline for that shotgun. No press. No, we don't need to rush it or anything. Take your time.
It sounds a little bit like
Get in the mental preparation, But hey, good week this week. Way to keep it within 50. Proud of you. Other than that, yes, I am very much looking forward to a nice little Cam shotgun video. Those are beginning to be some of my favorites. Oh. I knew it was coming. Can I ask? Oh, you can ask. I'll let you know
he would
here real
love
quick.
for you to ask.
I'll let you know here real quick. No ESPN fantasy football. No, I don't want to watch your freaking ad. Fantasy Cast is brought to you by this sponsor. I don't care. You didn't do this before. Don't do it now. Sellouts. Where is? Oh, I need to go week 5. Hey, he kept it within 40 even. 32-point win, 148 to 116. Proud of you, Cam. Attaboy. Good effort this week. In other news, Stephanie does go down because Lamar is Lamar. Sorry, Stephanie. And even better news, JP takes down Homelander's Milk Boy by 30. Get shit on. But other than that, fellas, Fantasy League really heating up. Really heating up.
This is interesting. This is not interesting, but I'm interested. In it.
Brutal for the Giants. Galladay Jones. Yes. So, I believe Danny Dimes should be back this weekend. If not, then he'll be back the following. Because it's just concussion protocol. Normally when QBs enter concussion protocol, they're like, oh, how's your eyes? Oh, you don't have a concussion. You're fine. And then Galladay, yeah, that looks like it's not as severe as what they thought, but it's still bad. Not to mention also Tony. What's his first name? Giants. Kadavian. What? Their new guy, Tony. He had a bad injury too, but it's not season ending, so that's good. Kadarius?
Yeah,
Kadarius Tony?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He went down, and then of course Saquon's ankle, which is a low ankle sprain, not a high ankle sprain, which is good because that just means he's probably gonna miss this weekend, and then maybe he'll be back for the next weekend. But that's tough. And it's tough to see him keep getting injured with ankles and stuff because that just means that's going to be the future of Saquon Barkley, unfortunately. When the ankles start to go, it's just a matter of time before it keeps happening and happening and happening. Sprained ankles are nasty. Cam and Stephanie shotgun bet? Question mark. Boy, what I would pay to watch Stephanie shotgun something. That would be an electric video. Imagine Stephanie doing a shotgun bet on video. You see Nate like running around screaming in the background, and she's just hammering one. No, the Giants are in tough shape though.
I'm sniffly.
Are you sniffling?
I'm sniffling.
Sniffles?
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus?
A little bit.
All right. Yeah, Giants. Man, I had higher hopes for Giants this season, and I don't think it's been their fault at all. Kenny Galladay goes down. Darius Slayton goes down. Sterling Shepard goes down. Saquon goes down. Danny Dimes goes down.
Yeah, I think they just all are dead now.
Cam refuses to do another shotgun. Come on, Cam. Come on. What else do we have to talk about today? There's plenty of other news stories today.
Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing number 71.
Okay. Anything else?
It's an interesting number.
It is an interesting number.
It's the first time anyone in Celtics history has worn 71.
Really?
Which is a very long time.
Really?
It's only the second time in the entire NBA history, first being in 1965, that a player has worn 71.
Wow. Thank you.
It's because the Celtics retired like every number 1 through 30, so
Yeah,
there's not a lot of options. But man,
do you want to go to a Celtics game and just see all the retired and the banners and
Yeah.
stuff? Just the banners that line the whole place, the jerseys that line the whole place.
So now, Dennis Schroeder used to be 17. You know? Oh, it'll be backwards on there. But
I
it
was
made
pretty sure you
sense
just
to me.
yeah.
So it'd have been like 17
I'm
to
excited.
71.
Oh, yep.
That one was right though. I don't know. I was just like, wow. When's the last time you saw 71? It was 1965. If you were alive then. If you were, shout out for remembering that. Because that's a random fun fact. In some actual more realistic news that's a little more important than Dennis Schroeder's number.
What could be more important than Dennis Schroeder's number?
Well, it relates to him. Transition. Germany.
Okay.
He's German.
This is true.
This doesn't have to do with Dennis.
That was a pretty slick transition.
Right? Piece that one together real quick. Look at he split. The NFL is moving to Germany. We're getting Germany games. 100%. The NFL has picked 3 German cities, and they're now betting for a regular season football game. It is between Dusseldorf, Frankfurt, and Munich.
What about Vanguard?
It's not one of them, man. Can't do that. I'm rooting for
Call of Duty
Dusseldorf
jokes.
because I think that the Dusseldorf game sounds electric.
Dusseldorf.
Like, and they're only gonna send the Bazzies, so it'll be like, oh, the Jaguars are taking on the Texans in Dusseldorf. And I think that would just be hilarious. So the target is for Germany to host a game next season.
For our listeners out there, please know it's Dusseldorf, but we're going to keep calling it Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf.
We're going to keep calling it Dusseldorf.
Guess what? We're American and we're ignorant. That place is Dusseldorf. Next season is the target for when this game will be played.
Already?
Though it could be 2023 because
I was gonna say,
conflict
holy,
and the
yeah.
World Cup, all that
Oh.
stuff. But right now,
Because Germany goes hard.
yeah,
That is kind of weird. Why Germany when they already have London? Or are they just trying to expand?
they're
into more
keeping
European?
London.
Yeah.
They're not getting rid of London. There was always pretty good interest in football in Germany. They had their own. They had quite a few teams in the European NFL back when that existed.
Oh.
They had a lot. They had showed a ton of interest
Really?
in that time. They were probably one of the countries that adapted into it the most.
Well, because the 3 top locations for foreign NFL is London, Mexico City, and then Germany, I guess?
Yeah, probably like Toronto's in there.
Yeah.
probably.
I know Mexico City's a big
Mexico
one.
City's absolutely
City's a
in there.
huge
They're
one.
supposed to have that game there the other was it last year, 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
It was,
except for...
but then they couldn't. And the field was like unusable.
Oh, that's right. I
You
forgot
couldn't
about
play
that.
on the field. Yeah, if they went to Amsterdam, those players would be feeling real good.
I think it would be a problem if they held a game in Amsterdam.
I didn't say it'd be a problem. The players would just want to go there.
That would probably be like the worst NFL game ever.
Or the best.
Or the best. Oh no!
I mean,
Boo! Boo!
full can sideways.
Boo! I'm gonna watch it live. Oh! Looks even worse.
That was a good save. I don't know. In
I
my
got
opinion.
I got it.
Oh. Oh, I see him.
Okay, I was like, there's somewhere.
They're in your giant purple jacket.
Nice.
Show
Oh
people.
yeah. Wait. Keep it out of the frame.
Yeah.
Keep it out of the frame.
Hold on, we're still here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're just doing some things.
I'm just gonna clean up real quick. But yeah, so Germany actually has a very strong NFL fan base, and more importantly, to the likes of Roger Goodell, they have a huge economy that's growing very quickly, and the league has visions of worldwide growth. So that seems to be the next step for them. Sounds like they're like, oh, we want it to be 2022, but it might be 2023, so it'll probably be 2023. France, Spain, and the Nordic countries are all in longer-term sites to host the games as well. Look, and Eric got a new present.
Bundle up, Vikings fans. It's gonna be a long winter. Coolest jacket I've ever owned. Shout out my roommate, and shout out whatever thrift store he went to get this.
Yeah.
Extremely comfortable, only a little bit warm. I am now wearing a sweater, a hockey jersey, and this. So we'll see how long it takes for me to overheat a little bit. But yes, prepare for winter. It is coming in Minnesota. I'm just acclimating myself to the weather. Also, look at how big this damn thing is. Like, I am not a big person, I understand. But holy hell. Like, what in the... Dude, it's got so many accessories, though. I love it. Anywho.
Alright. And now we're cleaned up there.
What other stories we got today? I feel like there's more.
Are you wondering why Berlin is not?
Yes, I am.
Because
It's still a wall.
they're the largest. No, they tore down that wall. That's the largest city in Germany, but they didn't want to. They were not keen to engage in a competition. Quote.
Well, they just don't like fun.
Bunch of losers. Just kidding.
No fun.
Shout out.
please.
I think they're just like, we're not fighting. You got to either give it to us or leave.
We're Berlin.
Yeah, they are.
You have to, you pay us to have a game here.
Yeah, but so don't worry. The London games aren't going anywhere. Depends how you feel about that. Could be good, bad. But they got 7 years left on that contract to host 2 games a year. So
Did I spit? I spit my hot take on here, right? How we should have the worst 2 teams go.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am still sticking by it. Every single Sunday, 2 worst teams fly to London. You have to play in the 9:30 game. So, those of us that want to wake up early on Sunday, have a game to watch. If you want to sleep in, you miss absolutely nothing. I think it's a great idea. Roger, I need you to listen real quick. I know you don't listen to people, but this is the time you need to listen. I just got a ESPN notification for fantasy basketball. Can't wait to not play that.
I like fantasy basketball.
I hate
I know you
fantasy
don't like it. But it's really not that hard to set your lineup. You don't really have to do it every day.
Yeah, but I end up doing that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. You do end up.
I can't not take fantasy serious. Like, I have my leagues that I don't care about as much, but I can't not.
But,
go
as
for
long
the
as
title.
no one's, getting hurt or anything, you have a good idea what you're doing for the week. Yeah, all right. But, yeah, France will be next after Germany, followed by Spain, which have had super high growth rates because they're
Spain.
tracking, Game Pass, Madden sales, and they're shooting up there.
Who's this? we have a Spanish guy in the NFL?
Cairo Santos.
I suppose. Is he like from Spain?
He's. I'm pretty sure he's from Spain. If not, he's from.
I hate fantasy basketball because you have to change your lineup every night just to mark. Yep.
Just do it in
Spain.
advance.
I said Spain football players, being the dummy I am. All the soccer players came up because I'm a dummy.
You just do it at the beginning of the week.
Arthega Whiteside?
Yeah, that's why you say th.
Oh.
That's why the C's a th.
He looks to be the only one. Players born in Spain. Love Island goes hard.
Love Island does go hard, but I prefer the Australian version.
That's right, you did watch the Australian version.
I watched the UK version too. Oh, he's from Brazil. I was mistaken.
Okay. Wait, so it's Arcega or Arthega?
Arthega. In Spain, the C is a th.
That just makes me think he has a lisp.
So like Barcelona is like Barcelona.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. If you're based in London or Germany, half your games will have to travel to the U.S. or play.
I don't see a team ever being there.
I don't see an expansion team ever going over there. It would be too hard for logistics. I could see one in Mexico City.
Yeah, or Canada.
Or
anything like that.
But as far as having a team based over there, I think we are a long, long, long ways out.
Yeah, I would more likely see the revisitation of that NFL Europe league.
Or
because that was a thing.
I think one of the only ways they would be able to do it is if we had an entire division that was European teams.
Yeah, that could work.
Like the NFC very east, very far east, or something like that.
But from 1991 to 1997, we had the World League of American Football, which was later named NFL Europe. And during this time, there was a team in Birmingham, Montreal, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, Orlando, Raleigh, and Durham. They shared a team. Sacramento and San Antonio. So there's the North American division, and the European Amsterdam, Barcelona, Berlin. They actually had one here. Cologne, Frankfurt, Hamburg, London, Rennes, and Scotland.
I think that's the more practical way to go, but I don't see any league outside of the NFL actually making it long term or like an extended time.
I think at NFL, if there's enough,
I'm just saying if there's an NFL Europe, the U.S. isn't gonna give a shit.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to. Europe is supposed to give a shit.
I know, but like I don't see it. Like it's not going to be big enough to keep it going because Europe has their own football, and like there might be growing in like the NFL. Like,
are you talking about like?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, like what are you gonna do? Schedule it on a Sunday? You gonna schedule your games on a Sunday?
I mean, I'm sure they could work out
I get it, but like
the logistics.
I'm just saying, there's much like it's going to work much better if we have teams part of the NFL rather than just creating a whole separate league. Because we've seen what happens when you create other leagues. We saw what happened with the XFL. We see what happens with the CFL.
I mean, a lot of these teams existed for up to like 12, 13 years.
That's not bad.
I mean, the XFL is a direct competitor with the NFL. Well, not direct because it's at a different time of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I mean, just seeing all these branches off of the NFL, the XFL, the CFL, the AFL, none of them end up doing what they're supposed to do.
But the difference is, the NFL Europe would be owned by the NFL, which is the entity that has all the money.
Yeah.
And then played somewhere where you can't just go to an NFL game.
Yeah. That might work.
And that's why I think this one's and you can see this actually worked for a time, which is very rare. You know?
Yeah.
Like for an extended period of time for a not NFL football league to work for a long time. It was pretty interesting. They actually implemented the sudden death overtime rule in this league.
Good. Can we fucking go back to it?
No, that's the one we're using.
Oh, that's yeah. No, I don't.
Like the first to score over.
Why can't we have different rules?
I don't know.
In professional football for OT, it is the worst Just look at college. Look at what that's okay. Do that. They just need to make football an Olympic sport so we have another guaranteed gold medal. I swear, half of our gold medals are just sports that only the U.S. play. Imagine Tom Brady, Mahomes, and them all wearing same clothes.
I would love to get those jerseys.
A USA NFL jersey.
Sick. Yeah.
Sick.
Those would be tough.
You're all sniffles today.
I know. My left nostril is very congested. My right one's doing great. Shout out right nostril. Yeah. Left nostril, step it up.
Maybe you're getting sick, bro.
You got me sick, bro.
I know.
You've been sniffling for like...
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You sniffled right into my sniffles.
That's what I'm saying.
What? Here's something. Ben Simmons is back.
Yes, he is. You created a monster!
I hope he plays Mad at least. Because I'm going to be watching Mad.
He's going to get booed so hard. He's going to get booed so hard. So aggressively hard.
He arrived at the Wells Fargo Center last night to begin undertaking COVID-19 testing so he can join his teammates that weren't his teammates until today when he realized, oops, I'm out of money. I guess these guys are my teammates again. Oh, all of a sudden, let's bring it in, guys. Hey, it's me and Ben.
I don't think Ben's out of money.
No, but he's got significantly less than he had a week ago. For not doing anything, he lost quite a bit of money. That went downhill quick. Again, it was definitely the money thing. As soon as Rich Paul's like, oh, we can't get that back. Can't get them. Okay, Ben. You might want to reconsider your feelings. Embiid said it's resolved. And I trust everything that Embiid says. Docker, I'm disappointed. I don't know. Hopefully, this is just to get a little tape because he left on a very bad note last season. Probably
this is 100% just a tryout to get traded for another team.
Yeah.
This is all this is. The only...
I hope...
Him and Morey talked last night. Is it Morey? Him and Morey talked. Morey was like, dude, listen. It's not going to be fun when you come back. We all know that. But you're not going to afford X million dollars to not play. Come back, play for us. Let's win some games, and we'll keep looking for a trade while you play for us. We'll get you out of here, but come play for us. You don't need to be doing dumb shit like this. We'll figure it out. Plus, Morey definitely wants him to play because if he looks good, which he should because he's Ben Simmons, you're going to get something good in a trade for him rather than what you're going to get for him right now.
I just can't help but think everything here was gone. Everything here was done so wrong. Because I can totally see after how that season ended, I'm sure mentally it's extremely challenging. And I think that's why. And when he said, "I'm just want to step back. I don't want to play in the Olympics. I just need to take some time." And he's just like, now it's and then that became I'm leaving, and now he's stuck here, and I don't know where he's gonna be mentally when he actually plays.
I think he'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine too, but I also think he's had struggles in his brain.
Yeah.
Because you don't just drop off like 30% free throw shooting because you don't feel like
I have a feeling
something's off, right?
I have a feeling you pissed off Ben Simmons, and he's gonna come back.
But the thing is, I wish he would be pissed off if he was somewhere else. He has to come back with his tail between his legs.
Nah, he's pissed.
At who?
He's pissed. At everyone.
Everyone's pissed.
His hand was forced that he has to play here.
He signed a contract to play here.
Yeah, and he didn't want to play for the team anymore, just like a lot of players do around the NBA. You don't want to play for him anymore.
And he went about it the complete wrong way.
I agree, but it doesn't mean that he's not fucking pissed.
I'm just saying, he can't walk into that locker room all fired up and expect anyone to take him seriously.
Yeah, he can. plays for the Sixers. That's what they want him to do. That's what you guys been asking for him the whole damn time.
I'm not talking for the team on the court. I'm talking about for his teammates.
His teammates are fine. They're professionals.
They're
professional basketball
I agree
players.
they're professionals. But one of them wasn't acting like a professional, and he's going to walk in the locker room like nothing happened. I think you got to at least, like, address it. Like, be an adult.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, dumbass, you're an idiot.
No, not like Ben needs to, because you're kind of screwing those guys over. Everyone else came to training. You know, everyone else did what they're supposed to do.
It's just a professional.
And then you're waltzing in making more than them.
It's a professional locker room, man. They don't.
Do you see what happens in locker rooms?
Yeah, when someone does something like disgusting or like actually.
Do you know Smith got punched in the face over $300?
$600.
$600, all right. Ben Simmons paid $1 million to not go to this locker room.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna come back in. He needs to. Hey, I think he's got to at least like, just show some like, hey.
Oh, I guarantee he comes in and he's like, sorry for the distraction, boys. Blah blah blah. Let's get to work. And everyone's like, okay, sounds good.
I hope he does. That's what I'm saying. That's all I need from him. I don't know if he's.
That's not all you need from him.
No, for the team, I'm pissed at him for everything else. But like, I don't want him to come and mess up. We got going on.
It's professional locker room.
I'm just
in
so
one of the
saying,
best teams in the NBA.
I don't, dude.
It's professional. Do you know what? Like, this is a business.
How long have you been watching sports, dude?
This is a business.
I know it's. So you're saying because it's a business, there's never been a dude, one guy who's managed to like throw the entire chemistry of a team off when something crazy's happening?
I'm not saying, but the dude was away for the team for 3 fucking weeks.
It's not all about that. There was a media circus in Philadelphia the entire offseason. It has the potential to throw some
and even
off.
Joel was on Ben Simmons' side being like, shut the fuck up, media. Yeah, and because he stepped away for 3 weeks, and then it took him 3 weeks, now he's back, and then everyone's like, okay, we're good now, you're back.
No, they're not yet. I'm just saying, I think to assume that everything will be fine and dandy.
I'm not saying fine and dandy. He's gonna get traded. But like the locker room's okay. He's not. This is not one of those instances where it's like,
so you're. But
stay
I'm just
away
saying,
from me, Ben.
No,
this is not a Deshaun Watson.
It's not that. But okay, what about Tyrese Maxey, who the entire season has been training, practicing, putting all this work to be the starting point guard?
He's not as good.
Do you think he's not going to be pissed though?
I don't care what he thinks about.
I don't care if you can't. What?
Tyrese Maxey doesn't have a say. Like, no, I don't. No, Tyrese Maxey will not be pissed off. No way now. No way now. He knows where he stands in that team. No way Tyrese Maxey's pissed.
Well, he knows where he stands because they're going to say, all right, you're back on the second team. But I'm just saying all the guys who came and put the work in to try to make up for his absence might not be too happy.
3 weeks.
For the entire offseason.
No, Ben was working in the offseason too.
Somewhere else.
Everyone works somewhere else.
No, he hasn't been with the team, dude.
It's just no. This is a professional fucking team. This isn't college. This isn't high school.
Dude, if everybody on a professional sports team acted like a professional, we wouldn't have to do the news every morning. You know that there's not some sort of.
This is true.
Like people.
This is so blown out of proportion, though. So blown out.
Dude, I'm not trying to say that there's gonna be. I'm saying we were going in one direction for a long time, and now a week before the season starts, we're pivoting, and I just don't want that to have a bad effect.
What direction were you guys going?
Where we have a whole different team and scheme, and like we were changing a lot of things because a lot of things were built around Ben Simmons because he's a very good player who's had a critical role in our team. Our entire offense is different now, at least from what Doc Rivers is saying. The way we were running our offense was completely different because we weren't really utilizing the dunker spot at all, which is all Ben Simmons ever did was stand in the dunker spot. We completely changed it with more perimeter guys, a lot more crossing and slashing around the perimeter. We can't do that anymore again.
So if it's that big of a problem, why even let Ben Simmons play?
Because he can't get a trade for him, I guess.
Bench him.
Maybe they might. I don't know.
I mean, if it's that big of a problem, if it's throwing off everything, bench him.
I think at the end of the day, he improves the team. I'm saying.
Wait,
well, no. As a player, in theory, right, he improves the team.
Yeah.
I just don't know if in practice, with everything that had happened previously, I don't know how it gets put together now. You know?
I'm just going to agree to disagree on this one. I think there was this is a little, when you're riding your rollerblade and you hit just a little too big of a pebble and you're like, whoa, and then you just keep going normal. This is what this makes me think of. A little boop in the road.
I don't know, man.
But boy, am I excited to see his first game at home. Because boy, the fans are gonna throw shit at him.
I think stuff like there's a lot. It's distractions. It's a whole different off. There's a lot of little things combined that I just am worried about how it could go.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just a little worried about how it gets
I would be a little worried
put
as
together.
Well. But I am 99.9% sure Ben Simmons walks in the locker room and was like, "Sorry for being a distraction, boys. Let's get to work. Let's go get it." And everyone's like,
and no one's gonna say anything to his face. No one's gonna say anything to the media. But people have feelings, man.
Yeah, including Ben Simmons, which is why he doesn't want to play for your damn team.
Well, he shouldn't. No, she should have read how the process works instead of being like, "Yeah, I could afford it," and I can't get the money back.
Talking about the first reason why he wanted out of your team, because you've hurt his fucking feelings.
Well, yeah, that's a whole. Hey, that's. I'm just saying, from the start, right? We could have been in the same place, but he could have just shown up, and we could have traded him a couple weeks in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what he should have done.
Now everything's blundered.
But he's butthurt because the fans were like, "Never fucking come back," and he's like, "Fine, I won't fucking come back."
Man, yeah. Well, he made sure to make I'd say it was probably 50% of fans wanted him gone. 50% of fans were like, "Man, he's got to get better."
And then he didn't come back. And
then
100% of fans were like, "No."
It's just how do you make every bit of it worse than it had to be?
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been. No one's done anything right in this whole entire
nobody's
process.
done a single good thing. That's it. We're on a slope, and I'm hoping there's a little bottoms out.
Yeah, but as soon as he comes back, it's over. It's all done and over with. It's over.
I think here's the thing. The Sixers just have this shocking way of every time you think they really put it all together.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm scared. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Ben Simmons is a bitch. Just kidding. Come to Minnesota, please.
Yeah, I just don't know, man.
I have seen so many mock trades for Ben Simmons.
I know. I'm glad we don't have to look at those anymore because none of them made sense.
They're so bad. I do love the 3-team trades too because there's always one team that's the 3-team mock draft where it's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna get 22 first-round picks in the next 20 years." By the way,
yeah,
it's
just get
who the fuck would want that? When has anyone ever really thought the 76ers put it all together in 1976?
Hey, good year.
Great year.
Bicentennial, baby. Yeah, no, I think the Jimmy Butler year was the year I felt the closest to us putting it all together.
That was the year I hated the Sixers the most.
So that must be true then.
Yeah, it probably was.
But man, and then of course he
pissed off that guy too.
Pissed off Jimmy Butler because Brett Brown's a doofus, and that was because we couldn't decide who we wanted to bring up the ball, and Ben wanted it in his hands. I'm just saying. These things, although it doesn't get publicized, about a year later when Jimmy Butler goes on the JJ Reddit podcast and says, "This is what happened in the locker room that nobody knows about," and that's why.
Jimmy.
That's why I left and went to Miami.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's always stirring some stuff up. I do love me some Jimmy.
I love him too.
All right, fellas.
He's like a cartoon character.
He really is.
He just is the way he's just his personality, his grit, grind.
He's a character.
Yeah, literally.
Love me some Jimmy. Wish he'd come back, but
Miami's a lot of fun, man. They look really good, and I really like them with Kyle Lowry now too. They look good.
Better than Miami.
Who's that?
Minneapolis, Minnesota. He should have stayed.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You know what the sad part is too? He would have stayed if we paid him.
Yeah, no, you probably could have done a couple tiny little things, and you would have.
All he wanted to do was get paid like Cat and Wiggins. That's all he wanted. Because he played better than Cat and Wiggins. It's all he wanted. He wasn't even talking about championships. He was just saying, you need me. And hello, Timberwolves, we need him. And instead of paying him, we just said, no, you aren't worth it. We'll trade you for fucking Rocco and a first round.
Apparently, we offered him a max, and he said no. So if it makes you feel
that's what I'm saying. Like, we had him. We were the only team in the NBA who was willing to sign a max with and stay with at the time.
Or Miami.
Like, we just hate winning. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. Winning. Back. Satan. Back.
Winning is Satan.
In Minnesota, it is. I swear. All right. Kick it to a break. Let's get into bets after this. No more news.
Hold on.
No more Ben Simmons.
We'll see.
I'm sick and tired of this guy.
I'm just saying. I am too. This isn't the end, though. I wish it would be.
No, it's definitely not.
But it's not.
It's not.
But it isn't the end of the show either.
I can't wait for him to get booed.
Me too. I might try to get that. I'd probably need expensive tickets. All right. We'll be back in 5.
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yes.
See you then.
Betting time soon.
Betting time.
Bang, bang.
Fellas, betting time.
Oh, yeah.
Strap in.
Uh-oh.
Get ready.
Oh.
Get set.
Go.
Go. All right. What do we start with? MLB? NHL? No. Yeah, NHL.
Yeah?
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped. Fellas, the NHL is back, and I am super excited. This was our best... I'm not going to say that. Pretty sure it was our best sport last season.
Yeah, it was.
I have to look at units-wise.
It was
Percentage-wise, definitely our best sport. Units-wise, not entirely sure. College basketball might have edged it out. But NHL is back. Oh, you know, this is basically a national holiday for people who are from Minnesota.
Oh, that's MLB.
I take great pride in knowing that my state claims the sport as the only state that truly cares about it in the U.S., and it's just Minnesota versus Canada. I take it. I wear it.
You can have that one.
Thank you. I'll take it. It's just us versus Canada in the fight for who likes the NHL more. Minnesota has a staggering, huge lead, but yeah, screw Canada. Anyways, let's get into it tonight. 7:30. Penguins at Lightning. Lightning jumped up to minus 240 already today.
Wow.
Good God. They were at minus 200 last night when I bet them. So, but we are taking Lightning minus 1.5. That's all you need to know. Penguins are dog shit this year. Malkin, Crosby, and Gensel all out. That is literally their three main pieces. And even with those three main pieces, the Penguins are not going to be great this year. They have put in a lot of money and trust, and this is kind of into Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Gensel, who is young, Jason Zucker. They did the right thing in paying their good players for a very long time, and we've obviously seen the dynasty of the Penguins in the past decade, even decade plus. But this is the downslope of the dynasty. This is what happens when you do pay all your top guys big contracts, and then their contracts are coming to an end and they're getting a little old. That's where the Pittsburgh Penguins are. I don't expect them to have a great season, especially if they can't figure out their goaltending situation. Like Tyler Jerry last year was just terrible. So I got Lightning probably 5-1 in this game. Honestly, it shouldn't even be close. At home, they're going for the three-peat, which honestly they could pull off. The Lightning could pull off a three-peat this year. They have the tools, they have the weapons, they have the goalie, they have everything they need to pull off a three-peat this year. I hope it doesn't happen because, boy, do I not want to see the Lightning win another championship. But they are set up for it very well. So Lightning minus 1.5. The over-under is set at 5.5 or 6. I would guess the over on this one. There should be quite a few goals scored by the Lightning, and I can imagine the Penguins can get 1 or 2. But I'm just going to go with Lightning minus 1.5 in this one. Or Lightning in regulation. I think it still might be a little too juiced now that the line's at minus 240, though, unfortunately. The spread is only at plus 110 now. I got it at plus like 140 yesterday.
Wow.
So, but
wow, wait, it went up that.
Yeah, it
just
does.
in a day. Jeez.
So, for NHL, because we normally know starting goalies and things like that, it's pretty predictable. I suggest you look at NHL the night before because the NHL is super determined on sharp betting. There's really, because NHL is not a super modeled sport. You can model NHL, and there are some very good models out there, I'm sure. But it's a very, very hard sport to model because it's 5v5, very quick pace. Every 40 seconds, a new player is coming on. You got power plays. You got all this. Like, it's a tough sport to model, and that's why wherever sharps go, the line will move dramatically because sharps are basically the model. So you can grab a team, you can grab a favorited team at like minus 180 the night before, but as soon as they detect a bunch of sharps betting on that team, the line will jump, which is exactly what happened with the Lightning today. And honestly, put your bets in right now for this game because by tonight, I bet Lightning are pushing minus 300 or minus 275 tonight. So get your bets in as early as possible whenever hockey comes around. I know it can sometimes be a little scary because goalie can change, but for the most part, put your bets in early for NHL, as early as you can, with still being confident in it. But that gets us to the second game, which I'm very excited for, and I need a Kraken jersey. I just don't know who to get. I might get a Philip Grubauer because I think
that's going to be
the year. By the way, I said yesterday for some reason that they drafted Grubauer. They did not. They got him in free agency. I totally forgot about that part because they drafted Chris Drieger to be their guy, and then they're like, oh, Philip Grubauer is on free agency, and signed him to a big contract. He's going to play angry. I know I said it yesterday, but I don't know if this man's going to give up a goal this season.
Yeah.
Now, odds will say that he's probably going to give up a goal this season, but
who knows that? What are you, a bunch of nerds are going to tell me that?
Fellas, I have stared at this game for a week now, and the whole time I've been just keep it easy, over 5.5. I know Seattle Kraken got very good defense, very good goalie, but I still imagine they let up a couple. I know their team total is over 2, which should be hammered tonight. I don't know if it went up to 2.5. But here, looking at it now, looking at the Golden Knights getting 99%, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say Seattle Kraken.
Let's go. Reports Marlon Mack being a target for Kansas City.
No.
Who else?
How many freaking players?
Man, get someone on your defense.
Yeah, maybe get someone. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm not getting into the conversation. 10 o'clock tonight.
It's crazy.
These are just 2 leans on the game. I don't have anything official yet. I need to look at it just a little bit longer, even though I've been looking at it for a little bit longer for a while now. But I truly do think the Seattle Kraken might beat the Golden Knights tonight. They have the defense. They have the goalie. Their offense is the only thing in question. But when you skate hard, goals come. And Seattle Kraken, if there's one thing I know, is going to be one of the hardest skating teams on the ice this year. I have them power ranked at 7, actually, right behind Vegas Golden Knights at 6. So this should be one hell of a game. Caesar's got a boost for Lightning to win tonight. I would be taking it. Just their money line? That's kind of nice. I'd definitely be taking that. I got to lay the -1.5 to make the odds make sense. But no. That's hockey tonight, though. We only got 2 games tonight, but don't worry because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tomorrow.
Let's go.
And then, what is that? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on Thursday, and then 3 on Friday, and the NHL season is officially underway. So many games every day. Just money line at plus 100. I need to get on Caesars, damn it. Still trying to get verified there. Sat in support group for
what happened to this?
But it's fine. All right.
The whole thing got thrown off.
Let's move on to. You want to go NBA preseason real quick since it's only 2 games? Knock that out. Then move on to baseball?
Yeah, let's.
All right.
Just trying to make this one work here. So, 2 games NBA preseason tonight. Lakers, Warriors, Raptors.
NBA sweep last night, by the way.
NBA sweep last night.
Heat money line. Grizzlies money line parlayed and the under. Oh, and so the under in the Pistons Grizzlies game. Grizzlies Heat money line parlayed together, and then money line T Wolves at almost plus money last night. Who won by 28?
So if you don't know, I've been on a bit of a heater.
Yeah, Sean is on.
NBA preseason's been a bit of a heater for me right now. And I actually like these matchups, especially the Lakers Warriors game, because the Lakers are getting -5.5. Warriors are getting 5.5 extra points before the game even starts. And that makes no sense to me because the Warriors look marginally better than the Lakers in almost every sense.
Yep.
Just first of all, based on the players playing, and you look at the Lakers, their leaders in minutes are Kendrick Nunn, Talon Horton-Tucker, Kent Bazemore. Wow. You know, sometimes you just you know how to, and it just doesn't. Anyway, Russ and Wayne Ellington. Russ has looked like West Brick. AD's the points leader, and he's not even playing like over 20 minutes a game. They don't look incredibly good. Here's actually their points leader. AD, then Talon Horton-Tucker, then Malik Monk, then Dwight Howard, then Carmelo Anthony. Those are their points leaders. They're not
Best place tonight.
And then if you look at the Warriors, on the other hand, Jordan Poole is leading the entire NBA in points per game for this preseason so far. They are, I think, second in preseason NBA for points per game as a team. They're averaging 120, only giving up 112. The Lakers, on the other hand, are averaging 103, giving up 121.
Good Lord.
So,
Warriors money line at plus 172.
I actually was thinking, I just on DraftKings I can't get alternate lines, but I was thinking I like Warriors money line parlayed with the over bought down to like 220.
Okay.
Because neither of these teams are lockdown defense, but I think Golden State puts up at least 119 today.
Okay.
I think that should be pretty easy. But I honestly, Warriors money line at plus 180 is ridiculous. Makes no sense. I really don't. I can't see I don't understand it.
I just don't understand.
I don't see a single way that the Lakers are better than the Warriors in the preseason. Asterisks.
In asterisk.
Give it a week, and I can see how the Lakers would be better than the Warriors. But right now, they are not.
Okay.
The Raptors-Wizards game, the line makes a little more sense. The Raptors are getting plus 6.5, Wizards minus 6.5. But does it really make sense?
Wizards getting stacked.
And it doesn't make sense. It makes a little more sense.
A little more?
But again, the Wizards are averaging 109 points a game, giving up 121. Toronto is averaging 113, giving up 109. So again, the team that's scoring less and giving up more points is favored over the other team.
A double underdog money line parlay tonight. I wonder what it comes out
I
to.
wouldn't hate it. I don't trust the Raptors
I don't
as
trust
much
it
as I
either,
trust
but
the Wizards.
I will definitely sprinkle on it. Wiz do suck right
But yeah, I don't like there's no reason they should be like maybe 1.5 point favorites, maybe 2. I have no idea who's out here making these lines. I don't know who's.
Wiz suck, and I got season tickets for them. Sorry, Cam.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean the Raptors don't have anyone that's particularly been popping off.
Plus 615 for those two parlays.
For those two together.
Yeah. And I am going to take it.
I don't.
$10 to win like 60 something.
I really like it. I really don't.
You kidding?
I just don't see why they're both the dog. Like, in my mind, they should both win.
On the road, maybe.
Oh, dude, they're not even playing in their actual stadiums. They're playing in like practice facilities with like 30 people. I hope
that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, I have no idea. I really could not tell you. I'm a little less. The Warriors to me is just lock. The Raptors are not quite as good as them, but I think they still should beat the Wiz. Yeah, and yeah, if Beal's been playing less than 19 minutes a game, still leading the Wizards in points. That's when that's when I found a very good way to tell which NBA teams to kind of, because it's hard to know who's playing. You just look at the minutes and then look at the points leaders. If the point leader is someone who's not getting any minutes, it means everyone who's getting minutes stinks.
Yes.
If the point leader is someone you've never heard of who's getting 28 minutes a game, bet on them.
Yeah.
That's how it seems to be a good little thing. Kyle Kuzma's getting 24 minutes a game, and he's not even top 5 in points. So it's like, what do you do with that?
So I'm thinking the safe bet tonight is like Warriors plus 10, Raptors plus 12 parlay together, because I'm sure it's damn near even money.
That would be quite nice.
I think I'm just going to take Warriors plus 5 and probably sprinkle on their money line themselves. I probably won't touch the Raptors by themselves, but I will also take the money line of both those teams at the plus 600 that I just did.
I also do kind of like the under in that Raptors-Wizards game. It's at 224. It'll be close to that, but I don't think it goes over 224. But Washington defense is really bad, so that isn't quite what I'd stack on.
Fair.
I think I really want to try to figure out something with like Warriors maybe like plus 2, plus something gentle, and then like at over 220, 221.
Yeah.
They should put the work on them.
I think it's just lay the money line, man.
Just lay both.
Just lay the money. Every single game we've done this with that we bet the dogs that we do this, they always win outright. Might as well just stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
right. Warriors, Raptors.
Moving on. Baseball. Playoff baseball, 3 games. We are starting with Astros and White Sox at 2:07 today. Early baseball. Do love me some early baseball. But we have different pitchers than what we were going to have yesterday, as there's been an extra day, obviously.
They're all rested up.
And boy, did that benefit the Houston Astros, I personally think. Lance McCullers Jr. is now on the mound for the Houston Astros at 14-5, 3.04 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 304. His earned run log 0.2321204002. And has not really let up a lot of home runs. He let up a home run 2 games ago. He's let up a home run in 4 of his last 10. Walks were relatively high except for the last 2 games. Strikeouts have actually dropped off a little bit. I think Lance McCullers Jr. is a very good pitcher. I think he's found his stuff towards the end of the season. And boy, is that not a pitcher that I want to bet against. Also, that line just moved right in front of my face. Carlos Rodon for the Chicago White Sox, 13-5, 2.37 ERA, 0.96 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. On base percentage of 253. His earned run log 0.2112042001. Was in a stretch where he was giving up some home runs, but hasn't given up one in the last 2 games. Strikeouts sporadic and a little bit low. Walks stayed low. Now, stats on surface definitely better than McCullers Jr., except for he normally gets capped at 5 innings. McCullers Jr. could go 6, 7. They even might put him out there for 8 if he's really feeling it. So that's something to watch for. Honestly, I just think that the Astros win this game. It hurts a little bit to say it, but the series hasn't looked that close. It really hasn't. In Chicago, I know that they hammered them, but remember there was a pretty bad call in that game that really did blow that game open. It was a tie game up until the bad call happened, and then it just exploded from there on out. I have the feeling the Astros might be a little pissed off about that one, even though, they're kind of known for cheating, and something cheating kind of happened on them, so you can kind of suck it up a little bit.
They should get popped in the face.
What goes around comes around, but no, the Astros are just a very good team right now. They seem to always do this in the postseason, which is kind of annoying, but Astros to win this game. I don't think there's much else to say about that. I don't see the White Sox moving on, and if the White Sox do win this game, I am hammering the Astros at home for Game 5. Just real quick. Nice. Just real quick, batting average against Lance McCullers Jr. for the White Sox, 214, 295 on base, 286 slugging. That's weird. 581 OPS, 266 WOBA. So, not great stats. Most of the people struggle against him. On the other side, they actually struggle against Carlos Rodon even more, except for Jose Altuve, of course. 181 average, 222 on base, 223 slugging, 446 OPS, and only a 203 WOBA. So maybe the under in this game, honestly. Both these pitchers should be bringing some heat.
I feel like I'm always just disappointed in Carlos Rodon. Not gonna lie.
I also get that feeling from Carlos Rodon.
Every time I see that name, I'm like, oh, drop.
Yep.
I don't know.
And then, of course, Lance McCullers Jr. absolutely had his way with the Chicago White Sox last time he was out. So, lean the under, and I'm taking Houston Astros to win that game.
Do you think, teams know someone will come in the locker room and be like, well, guys, we got the FanDuel boost today. And
gotta prove them wrong.
Dang it, we can't even win the game. Now it's impossible.
I do think, but maybe not for baseball, but I do think that in other sports, like football, if your anytime touchdown is boosted, I'm sure there's something said about it, or it's in the back of players' minds of some kind. Especially if they're like,
I think it depends.
Sports better on other
depends
sports.
on the guy, but yeah.
Like Evander Kane knows if he has a prop bet on himself one night, like.
Oh yeah.
But guys that are known for betting on other sports and everything like that are also
definitely
sports guys.
hammered his own boosts and lost all of his money.
He did. He definitely did. Next game, Brewers Braves. Do you have pitchers listed for this?
I'm seeing Lauer and Morton.
Oh, okay, perfect. Elimination game. I've been on Braves every single game. Guys, a better put on a 7. Honestly, though, like, there's gotta be something. It's just a little something's gotta be said at one point. And whether
I
it's
always think, like,
I wouldn't consider it match fixing, but someone.
no,
has to
and
say
more
something.
so in like individual sports, especially stuff like boxing, MMA, anything that first, like, the odds have been kind of a thing that I talked about before.
Yeah.
Sports betting has kind of swept the nation.
I would say UFC.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you see you're getting plus 150
And
against
you
a dude,
do see it.
and you truly think that you could kick his ass,
And that's the thing. It's a difference. The difference is you're forced to see it, and it's been a way that
Yeah.
Favorites in just the matches are talked about. It's the betting odds to win. That's just
Actually,
always how
that's
it's
a
been.
really good point because I think that's a big deal in UFC, especially because
So you're
UFC
standing there,
made it a big deal.
And
They've
yeah,
made it a big
and it
deal.
has been for
Yeah.
a longer time than most sports.
Like the announcers talk about
Yeah.
it. Like in between fights,
I
they're
remember
constantly
before
talking about
I knew
odds and stuff.
anything
Yeah.
about what odds were, or anything to do with it, and I was like a younger guy, and I
Yeah.
would just watch a fight and be like, oh, so he's
He's an
supposed
underdog,
to
yeah.
win. And you're standing in that room waiting to go out, and you're looking at the TV, and it's your face, and it says like plus 400, big underdog, and you're like, I am.
Yeah, like
I was feeling pretty good.
yeah, I thought I was gonna win this fight actually.
I feel like those individual
Especially in, like,
sports, I
fighting,
think it's a
too.
lot. Yeah,
When you're an underdog and fighting,
I feel like that has to be crazy mentally.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Yeah, I would say team sports probably not as much, but individual sports.
I think
especially
team sports
just-
you can block it out more,
Yeah, because it's like not just you. It's not just you.
and it's not like thrown in front of your face.
Yeah. But I imagine it puts a little more pep in the step when you have a team that's like plus 1,000. It's like, really, guys? Plus, like, we're underdogs by this much today? Like, really?
Well, but imagine
We gotta
you're
at least
like
cover the.
imagine you're some college football team, and you're getting like minus 42 or plus 42 against
Bama.
Bama, and you lose it, and
But
then
you cover.
no, and you
Oh.
don't cover. You don't cover
Oh.
42,
Yeah.
and then you have to go back to your classes the next day.
And everyone's
And it's
like,
like, you couldn't cover 42?
yeah,
42 whole points?
yeah. I'm actually,
That's 6 touchdowns and a field goal or whatever. That's quite a few points there.
no, I that would probably be the most adamant in college sports for like big spreads too, is because like you're gonna lose,
Yeah.
but the players are probably like, boys, let's cover the spread. Like,
Yeah,
we covered
like-
the spread against Bama, like let's fucking go.
And then you don't, and then you're so sad because it
Yeah.
was so big.
Yeah, like wow, guys, we couldn't cover 42, really. Anyway, so Astros
Fun little tangent.
under. I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna touch the Brewers Braves game. I want to lay Braves, but the juice is too high.
That's about.
Plus, I don't like that we don't have guaranteed pitchers right now. Oh, we do have guaranteed for Charlie Morton.
I'm seeing Lara on like a lot of books.
I just saw on my pitcher versus batter. Charlie Morton just popped up.
Okay.
It said vacant for both, and now
Right.
I'm sure Eric Lauer is popping up now here soon. Anyways, I don't think I have a play for this game. I like the Braves to win. I'm just gonna stick with that. But that's just a lean. I don't have a strong feeling on this one. I could easily see this going Game 5. It's just the Braves at home. That crowd is pretty crazy, by the way. That Seminole chant is it's quite electric. When they do that in the bottom of the ninth, when they need a strikeout at 2 outs and it's full count and the whole crowd, whoa! Like, damn. I would be throwing strikes at 130 miles an hour if I was hearing that shit.
Oh boy. Hey,
Hey.
never mind. I thought it was moving. I thought that over under was moving all over the place. I think it came
Was it?
down. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a strong play for that game. And then last baseball game of the day. Giants, Dodgers. The disrespect is still being shown at the Giants. They got plus 175 last night. How do you let the best team in MLB get plus 175? Also, Logan Webb got gypped last night. No, not Logan. Yeah, Logan Webb. Am I being dumb? Am I being dumb? Alex Wood, not Tyler Wood. Alex Wood, in his return to Dodger Stadium last night, throws 4.2 incredible innings. I think, yeah. Logan Webb 2 games ago. Alex Wood this time. Sorry. 4.2 incredible innings. Only gives up 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. There has been a problem with over-managing in these playoffs, I feel like, for pitchers.
Yeah.
The Brewers did it when they pulled out who did they pull out yesterday? Who started for the Brewers yesterday? It wasn't Adrian. He came in. Why can't I remember shit today? I literally watched all these games. Like, from start to finish, I watched all of them. Freddie Peralta, thank you. Freddie Peralta. 4 innings, 3 hits, 0 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, right? Then they pull him, and Jock Peterson goes, boom, 3-run home run, and that loses them the game. Like, what were you thinking? And I thought the exact same thing was going to happen to Alex Wood last night. 4.2, great innings. He looks amazing. He gives up a hit. They pull him. And I'm like, stop doing this. Why? First of all, why in the postseason are you trying to get into your bullpen even quicker than you have to? It's not like, I guess so, Cam. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why are we over-managing when pitchers should be pulled? Like, Scherzer got hit a couple times last night, but they kept him in 7 full innings. That's what you should be doing because the guy only gave up 1 home run.
Yeah.
Like, how are you pulling a pitcher that has given up 0 earned runs, that has clearly got heat? He clearly has found the stuff, is in a groove. Like, why would you ever pull a pitcher that has given up 0 earned runs, that is in a groove? Now, I understand. If he gives up 2 hits in a row, you got guys on corners, 0 outs, yeah, get his ass out of there.
There's reasons to.
Yeah, there's reasons to.
There's a reason.
But, like, his first hit, and no, he has to come out. Like, no, let the guy deal. Why are you over-managing? And it's been a lot of times in the playoffs, too. Brewers have done it. Tampa Bay did it. San Francisco did it, but got away with it. It's just, I don't understand it. And I know it's always like when Eovaldi, yeah, exactly. And I know it always looks bad because, like, the Giants last night, like, you pulled them, and then the pitchers after did very well, obviously. Yeah. But, like, again, Alex Wood, 4.2 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts. The next guy who comes in, Tyler Rogers comes in for 1.2 and lets up 3 hits. He went a third of what Alex Wood did and let up one more hit than he did. Like, what was the point of putting that guy in there when you could have just gotten the exact same thing from Alex Wood?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't
probably better
understand. So, like, in this case, it works out because he didn't give up an earned run anyways. But, like, still, he performed worse. Just keep Alex Wood in until 6, and you don't only have 3 innings of your bullpen.
That makes a lot of sense.
You would think, but apparently I'm just a big dummy.
Well, that's a separate issue.
That's a separate issue. But no, tonight, Anthony Desclafani for the Giants. I do not see a pitcher for Dodgers. Do you?
Me neither.
Okay. Well, we won't be talking about this much then, but it won't be Scherzer, so that's good. Clayton? Is this Clayton's tonight?
My God.
It's either Clayton's or Walker, and I don't think it's Walker.
Give me the Giants.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You have to go Giants at this point.
Give me the Giants.
It is going to be... It's probably Clayton. He hasn't pitched since October 1st. It went Clayton, Arias, Scherzer, Buehler, Arias, Scherzer. So they missed him in his last rotation.
Wow. That's disrespectful.
That's because he's out. Just kidding. Clayton's out. I forgot about that. I'm dummy. Dummy alert.
Just kidding. That's not funny. Poor guy.
It's probably Walker Buehler, which Giants all the way if it's Walker Buehler.
Maybe get that before he's announced.
I would agree with that statement. We'll say the Dodgers do hit very well against Anthony Desclafani. 315 average, 372 on base, 483 slugging, 854 OPS, and a 374 WOBA, which is quite impressive. But again, the Giants at plus money in the postseason. You have to. The value is way too good. I'm not going to touch their team totals or anything today. Made that mistake yesterday. Just Giants to win. And let's get to the next round, Giants, huh? Those futures are starting to starting to make me a little all giddy and stuff, you know?
Uh-oh.
These futures are starting to get me all giddy. But that's baseball. Let's go over now. I don't have a lot of starting pitchers announced, so I'm not great with the pitcher versus batter data at the moment. But Jose Altuve, can't not take him. Can't not take him. You have to take him. Jose Altuve to get a hit.
One of these days, you won't take him.
One of these days.
Today is not that day.
Also, keep an eye out for Jose Abreu.
Big Jose day.
Big Jose day. For I'm just gonna keep saying the same names that I normally do. How do you not take Jock if you can get him? Jock Dinger is the greatest bet ever. This man pitch hits 3 times in the postseason and hits 2 dingers and a double.
Insanity.
And he hadn't played in, I don't know, it's ridiculous what this man is doing in the postseason. It's so funny too. They were interviewing the manager of the Braves yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he's like, "Yeah, man, Jock in the postseason is just a different animal." It's like, I don't know what it is about this guy, but him in the postseason is crazy. I guess he is. So I will come up with a hits parlay later on when we actually have pitchers and everything. AJ Pollock still is sitting there looking real nice. Justin Turner is looking real nice. And Will Smith. Also, Will Smith might hit a dinger tonight, actually, now that I think about it. But that's all I got for the Bayball.
Here's a little thingy.
Okay.
DraftKings has a 25% profit boost on a 3-leg same-game parlay tonight for baseball. You had to give me
All right.
3-leg same-game parlay in any of the games. Any of them tonight. It has to be better than plus 200 as well.
It's got to be Giants and Dodgers because I think this is where we're going to see some hits tonight.
Yeah.
I think the other 2 games we could see some low scoring, but this is the game that I see some shit happening. I would go Brandon Crawford for sure. He went 0 for last night, so I know for a fact this man is going to come back with a
Just hits?
Yeah, just a hit for Brandon. Damn. Hit for Brandon. Giants plus 1.5 and Trey Turner over 1.5 bases. Does that sound appetizing? It kind of does.
Let's see how that comes up.
Do you have over 1.5 bases?
That's hits. I guess it'd be other props. RBIs. Stolen bases. I know normally you have to, maybe not in the same game thing. I guess not.
Well, it's unfortunate. Or you can just take 3
hits.
hits from Trey, Brandon, and Buster.
Look at that. I mean, Giants plus 1.5, Crawford and Trey to get a hit is plus 220. You get 25% boost on that, and that fits all the criteria.
Yes, it is. That's almost like plus 300 then.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Just fair warning. If you're on DraftKings,
If you're on the DK,
that might be the one to play.
all right. That is it for the bets today. I don't think we have anything. I got nothing. I got nothing else to talk about. We do have WNBA tomorrow.
You want to talk some like fantasy waiver wire?
Oh, true. It is Tuesday, isn't
It's
it?
Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
We're getting to waiver wire Wednesday.
I forgot. It is, in fact. All right. Who's on the waivers today, huh?
I don't know. We're getting to the point where the waivers are quite ugly.
Darrell Williams has to be picked up in every league.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's around too many other places these days.
Yeah, Darrell Williams has to be picked up. Let's see. Jerick McKinnon is on the first of my running back waiver wires. Do not pick up Jerick McKinnon actually, you might want to pick up Jerick McKinnon as the Kansas City running back. Jerick McKinnon is a very good running back.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially with the way what's going on with Clyde, just the offense in general. They might be looking for a switch up.
If you want to take a stab at it, Ty should be coming back this week. If that intrigues you, it doesn't intrigue me. I don't think Ty will be that overly impressive this season. But we have yet to see Carson and Ty, so maybe there's something special there. Maybe
I think, and also Carson Wentz himself is only rostered 13% going against Houston this week, coming off a huge game.
Huge game.
I think that could be a good move. Another quarterback option. Trey Lance looks to be at like 50% rostered.
He got hurt now, right?
Yeah, but he should be all right.
Okay.
What was it? I forget. I was just looking at it. I think he should be able to play next week though. Yeah, Terrell Williams probably gone.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. If somehow Dawson is still not picked up in your league, which it's somehow he's not picked up in some leagues, that's a very, very good option. No.
What's his name? Devontae Booker coming in. He's the backup
This
for
is
the
true.
Giants.
This is true.
He had a ton of touches this week, but he wasn't super efficient. Kind of just got to hope for like an end zone, just like 1 yard line, push it in type.
I mean, if Mike Glennon does play this week, I think you could see Devontae Booker's numbers go up because there's going to be a lot of checkdowns, a lot of running, a lot of... I just don't see him doing that well anyways. It's not just like a plug and play for Saquon. And Saquon was already struggling behind that line. And he was starting to figure it out, but it's just not a great thing. KJ Osborne on the Vikings still is only owned in 16.6% of leagues. If you're looking for a keeper, if you're in a keeper league, if you're just looking for someone to stash in your bench for later on in the season, I think KJ Osborne is still a great pickup. Quez Watkins is there. Honestly, not a terrible player. He's kind of a boomer bust every week, but something to look at. I don't see really anything. James Washington, maybe. That's a stretch and a half, but with Juju gone now, he should reap some benefits from that. Maybe he becomes one of the better targets.
Tim Patrick for the Broncos. Jerry Jeudy out.
Yep. I have Tim Patrick stashed away on one of my benches.
Yeah, he's had 89 yards or a touchdown almost every game this year.
He's a monster.
He's up there. He's top 40 in PPR fantasy points, probably a little lower in others, but for as long as Jerry Jeudy's out, he's only rostered in 30% of leagues. So
yeah, I think 40ish, very, very low. I've had him the whole season. As soon as I saw Jerry go down, I made sure and grabbed him. But yeah, he's a monster. He's getting more and more targets every game too, and I can't imagine that he turns worse when Jerry Jeudy comes back because it should only help him. Other than that, there's not a lot. Trade away players, DK and Tyler, probably look to get rid of them if you need to. With Geno coming in, I can't imagine that this is going to go well for an extended amount of time. I know he looked great in the one game, but I wouldn't push your luck with it. Obviously, Darrell Williams, if he's there, of course, take him. Just, there's not a lot, though. Not a lot this week at all.
No. So hopefully you got a pretty good roster set up.
By the way, this is now mid-season trading time. If you need pieces to your team, this is this week, next week, and the week, probably just this week and next week is prime trading time. You have enough weeks to see what players are probably going to do for the season. Sell high, sell low, or sell high, buy low kind of thing. One of my targets would be Cordero Patterson. Some people still think that he's not a valuable player in fantasy or thinks that he's just living a high right now. I totally disagree. I think he's going to be one of the best running backs in fantasy this year. I'm currently working out trying to trade Tyler Lockett. I would trade away DK Metcalf too if you can get good things for him. Who else have I seen kind of around trade blocks and things? You think any big NFL players are going to be traded before the deadline?
Njoku.
Njoku, yeah. He's been talking about wanting to leave for a long time.
Yeah, I think they might get it done.
You think so?
Yeah. He just had a big game.
I don't think Allen Robinson goes anywhere. I think Allen Robinson probably likes the way that things are looking at the moment with Justin Fields at QB. He probably wants to. This is probably the first time in about 4 years that Allen Robinson's like, all right, okay, I'll stick around and see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Marlon Mack obviously is a much bigger name than what people realize because that guy is good.
He will be once he's not buried.
You see him run last night, man?
It's always how he just always looks.
Every single time he touches the ball, he's like Tony Pollard. Every single time he touches the ball, it's just 10 yards. 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. Anthony Miller's now on the Jags practice squad. Oh, boy. Trevor Lawrence. What if they did? What if they traded away Trevor Lawrence?
I think he'd be very, very, very happy.
I think he'd be one happy man. So they traded him to
He'd be like, hey, Trevor, listen,
they
man.
They traded him to the Texans.
I know this is hard, but with Urban, couldn't keep his fingers where they belong, and
we're gonna have to let you go.
We're just starting fresh. We're getting Gardner back from the Eagles.
You guys get
We're hiring Adam Gase. We're just going to send you back over to Philadelphia.
Imagine Eagles get T-Law.
Well, I do imagine. Every night before I go to sleep, I sit there and go, Trevor. Just kidding. We have...
I was going to say, you already have your own problems with inexperienced young quarterbacks. Eagles. I'm going to the game on Thursday. Anyone else going to the game on Thursday? Isaac, you going to the game on Thursday? Anyone flying out? Really want to wear a Brady jersey, but I'll end up wearing an Eagles jersey.
Yeah, man. You've been saying this for a long time, but I've seen no effort to get a Brady jersey.
Who the fuck has a Brady jersey?
Nobody.
Everyone hates him here.
No, we just don't buy Patriots or Buccaneers jerseys in Philadelphia. Sorry, if that makes us an evil city, then whatever. But,
yeah, it does.
But nobody wants that.
I want a Tom Brady jersey. Sounds sick.
Yeah, no, everyone doesn't just turn into a Buccaneers fan after they win a game.
At least you have a Super Bowl, okay?
That is true.
You have a reason to not trade fan bases. I do. I have watched one of the oldest teams in the NFL not win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, we were like that for a pretty long time. But
yep.
I do understand.
33 years without a championship.
That's a long time.
For any sport, by the way.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. My brother cursed it the year he was born. Was the year the Twins won the thingy.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yeah, it's his fault. You're undecided to who to bet on for Thursday night? I'm gonna say Bucks -7.5.
I'm gonna take a nice break.
Should be a lot of scoring though.
No, there shouldn't.
What do you mean? The Bucks and the Eagles.
Yeah, well, from one of the
80
teams.
Points. Nah, Eagles offense isn't that bad against shitty defense.
Since when?
Against shitty defense.
They stink.
They do not.
They can't do anything.
You're lying. You're lying. Their offense is much better than what you're giving credit.
No, I'm sorry, but just whatever's. I really liked the way Nick Sirianni was calling games early in the season, but something happened, like week 3 maybe.
Yeah. Where
he is just boggling my mind with what he's choosing to do. Like, I'm like, Boggle? You ever play Boggle with the...
Yeah.
I loved Boggle.
Boggle is a good game.
The bubble thing is so fun to hit.
It is. Eagles offense is pretty good, dude.
But it should be better.
No. You mean with no offensive linemen, it should be better?
I think it can be... I don't know. We were talking about this in the last Eagles game. Why isn't there more RPOs when you have a running quarterback? Why isn't they can utilize the players they have better?
Well, you put up 21 against Panthers defense, which not many teams have done this year.
But they also I don't put that. The Panthers defense could not get off the field.
Yeah, that was bad.
I feel like that one. I agree. That's a very
30
big
against
D.
Chiefs, 21 against Cowboys, only 11 against Niners, which is your stinker, and then 32 against the Falcons. It's not like you guys are playing bad offense. You're just playing worse defense.
The Falcons stink. The Cowboys defense, I mean, they had a 20-point lead. Wasn't really that close. Eagles, Chiefs, wasn't really that close.
No.
You know? So we're scoring points.
Turn Miles Sanders into a better Ronald.
But it doesn't matter what we turn him into if we give it to him twice in a game.
I think that's what he meant.
Yeah. But then we brought him back out. But then, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, I'm done talking about Philly sports because, boy, I hate Philly sports.
I'm Eric. Well, here's... That's it. I'm just Eric. Here's a fun little thingy. This dude in Tennessee.
Oh, boy.
He has a little party vehicle, right?
Oh, boy.
And it's a hot tub on wheels.
Oh, shit.
That you can drive around in Tennessee, right? And it's been shut down. Why? Because he's operating a public swimming pool without a permit.
This whole world is turning into a no-fun league.
I know.
Can't have sideways laterals for touchdown defensive runs.
Is there a picture of it?
Can't have cool hot tub vehicles.
I know. Who loses from the hot tub on wheels?
Also, who the hell reported it?
That's what I'm saying.
What Karen out here is like, you can't have that. Apologize if your name's Karen. Besides the fact that you should probably get a different name.
Wow, that's electric. Look at this thing. The government wants to take this away from us. Now is our time to make a stand. Look at this. Wait, you're going to love it. You're going to see it on the big screen.
Yeah,
you're going to go crazy. It's just the boys. You can have some beers. Okay, it looks like this
is a great idea, by the way.
It's a trailer. Oh, so you just hook that up to your Ram 1500, drive around.
It's also not a public swimming pool if they make them pay for that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what makes this a public. Maybe I should read.
No. Reading's for dumb people, Sean.
Ain't that the truth?
We just read headlines and assume things.
I infer, you know? Like, what's the point of reading if I already know my own truth?
Exactly. That was so bad.
So, it's been driving around since April 2019.
Happy hockey season, Raymond.
Woo!
Let's go! Remember, Lightning -1.5, and we are taking Kraken because I have to.
I will say. Oh, this is actually, you know, apparently in 2020, someone came up to him and was like, "You don't have a permit to have a pool," and he said, "I don't need that. It's only 50 gallons, and that's shy of the minimum capacity for a public pool." And then they said, "That is not a rule. You just made that up." So that's fun.
Poor hot tub. New York City party.
Poor hot tub, man. Hey, we should get one of those. I feel like it can't be that hard. You just need like a horse trailer, such out the size, like some plexiglass, buy an inflatable pool.
Is there any chance the Lightning lose tonight? I mean,
it's really unlikely.
Hockey is kind of like baseball, where any given night, any team can win. However, no. I watched this mini doc last night about the Arizona Point. Isaac, you watched it? Bad Sport on Netflix? It's a good one. That is crazy. Absolutely wild. If anyone has not seen or watched Bad Sport on Netflix, the first episode is the Arizona State college basketball point shaving scandal. And it'll blow your freaking mind what was happening and how much money was involved. Wild. Absolutely crazy. And how they pulled it off to a certain extent is they did it a lot of times. Cam, I'm pretty positive that there's no way the Lightning lose tonight, which makes me worried. But there's no way. They're so much better than the Penguins. They're so much better than the Penguins. What happened with that? Cam, go watch the Netflix documentary. It's an hour long. Basically, this guy got in trouble with a bookie, so he owed him basically a game. This other guy got involved. There was millions of dollars bet. And then it was done, but then he got broke and wanted to throw another game, and then more money got involved.
All
and
right.
they ended up,
One more time.
then
I'm retiring for good.
yeah, that's literally what it was. But it was
All right.
all right.
One more time.
It is Dallas Goedert is on the reserve COVID list. Just got posted.
Oh, no. We're going to get a bunch of COVID before Thursday on a Tuesday.
Oh, don't you ruin this game for me? Don't you ruin this game?
They will.
Yeah, no, that Netflix series needs to be watched, though, because the second episode is about F1 scandal, and the third episode is the Juventus scandal from 2005. Cool series. There's still like 3 episodes left that I haven't watched. Anyways, fellas.
Here's one last thing. Here's something that's nice and interesting. That's an ad for something. But, so in Illinois, there's a pumpkin farm, right?
Where do you find these stories?
Associated Press Oddities section.
Nice.
There is a pumpkin farm, and 2 zebras escaped from it and led the police on a 2-hour-long chase.
It's a long chase.
Yes, and there's videos of these zebras running free along a highway in Illinois where they are not known to be. Look at them. It's running across the street. A couple of zebras. Look at them. Just jumping around, gallivanting. They look great. They look like they're having a great time. Look at that.
You know, zebras are like vicious.
Really?
Like, you do not fuck with a zebra.
You can't just sock one?
No, there's a reason.
Are they
like,
more vicious than a horse?
Yeah, like 10 times more vicious.
Do they have sharp teeth?
No, they're just mean.
Do they kick?
Well, they don't have good eyesight or something like that. So like, if they see something move, they immediately think it like get alarmed. Also, fun fact: zebras are black with white stripes. Found that out too. I watch a lot of nature stuff, and yeah, you do not mess with zebras. That's why there are no pet zebras. There's pet donkeys.
What do they?
Pet horses,
What do they
there's
do? What's like their attack? They buck.
They kick and they can bite. I mean, a horse can bite, but the kicking is the what you want to watch out for, because that shit'll break you in half. But there's a reason why donkeys are trainable and horses are trainable.
I'd love to have a good donkey.
And like mule and everything. There's a reason you don't see pet zebras ever.
Yeah, except for
Like in the zoo.
what was that Disney Channel original movie?
Racing Stripes.
Yeah,
Was that Disney Channel original movie?
I think so.
God,
Maybe not.
I don't like that movie anymore.
No, dude.
used to love
No,
that
no, no. I know.
Buzz and Scooter.
I'm with you on how you feel about Disney. Except give or take. Disney Channel original movies though,
Okay.
they slap.
Okay.
I mean,
Fair. No, you don't mess with zebras. Also, they are black with white stripes, because if you shaved a zebra, it would be completely black. Fun fact. Also,
hey, maybe they
Humpback-
weren't that good.
humpback whales protect other animals from being eaten by orcas. Another fun fact.
What do they like? Do they like all swim under him?
There's a ton of instances. So like humpback whales will obviously put themselves in between an orca and their baby, but if they see another animal that's also being chased by orcas, because orcas are just like the bullies of the ocean, because they're like the meanest animal ever, they will put themselves in between. There's been instances where like whales protect scuba divers from orcas, or like sharks. There's been instances where they protect seals.
Interesting.
Like they'll actually like cover up a seal, or like let it ride its back.
What do they? Do they like?
There's a really cool There's a really
Is there,
cool
like,
video
a
of one.
Symbiotic thing? Do they get like some food or something?
No, I think they're
They're
just
like nice guys.
they're a protective animal. They're just like a protective animal, and they obviously think anything that's smaller than them is like a baby. So they just like go and protect it because they're like, because they're
They're
known
just
for
nice guys.
they're known for protecting other whale babies, like even if it's not their own.
Right.
So then it
Okay.
just transfers into other things. But there's a really cool video of like a humpback whale straight up and down. Like it's going sideways and then it sees like a scuba diver and it goes straight up and down to go parallel with the scuba diver, and the scuba diver didn't know why. And all of a sudden there's like a shark that comes from the other side of the humpback whale. It's wild.
Oh yeah, wait. I'm just looking at Disney Channel original movies. Freaky Friday, Halloween Town.
Freaky Friday was a good movie.
Halloween Town's a banger. Johnny Tsunami's a banger.
I need to get out of here.
Now is here? I just gotta see. Is the Racing Stripes on here? Oh, maybe not.
I don't know. Racing Stripes listed.
There's.
Maybe a spinoff.
I feel like there was definitely, maybe it wasn't the.
Was Racing Stripes DreamWorks?
...2005 American sports comedy film, directed by Frederick Du Chow. The film was produced by Andrew A. Kosov.
Alcon Entertainment.
So this is just like a release. Distributed by Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Dang, $30 million budget. A lot of zebra wrangling.
A lot of zebra wrangling.
Apparently they're very dangerous. Had to wrangle those things in. Probably had to have protective gear. Probably big old tranquilizer gun in case that thing was racing too fast.
We don't mess with no zebras around here.
Now, why are they such? They're a bit of punching bags in the Sahara Desert.
They're not though.
They really.
Yeah.
They hold their own.
Yeah, they stay together, and because they have the stripes, it makes it super hard for other animals to pick out one at a time.
Oh, like they kind of merge together.
It's super hard for animals to kill.
They
a zebra.
camouflage with themselves.
That's why they have the stripes. It's like an optical illusion, and it throws off. So if they run together and they're getting chased by like a cheetah or whatever, as long as they stay together, the cheetah doesn't know like where one stops and where one starts, and it makes it look like there's like 8 of them and they can't decide.
Fascinating.
So if you can get one by itself, yeah, you got a shot. But except you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you, probably a couple broken ribs or a broken jaw. But yeah, zebras are not to be messed with. That's why there's so many.
That is fascinating. I'm jealous. Wow, that's very cool.
You know how many documentaries I've watched of nature?
Clearly a lot.
I still got to start a new one. We riding with Tech for the Kraken team.
Is
total.
Tech going Kraken team total?
Yes. If it's still over 2, absolutely. Because they should at least score 2 to me. They should get 2. I actually really like the over for this game. But I'm going with the Kraken money line. What is the team total? What do I have it at? I hope it's just a nice, easy, sexy little line for me. I don't know Tech was on team total. That makes me... I don't know how that makes me feel, actually. Total goals. No. Wow, you can parlay everything on Barstool in these games. That's awesome. Yep, over 2 at plus 105. I'd be taking that. Over 2... regular time, Seattle Kraken to win. Now, please tell me how I can get Seattle Kraken in regular time at plus 360, but if I add it with over 2 goals for them, it goes down to plus 350. How does that work? Anyone want to explain that one to me? I get worse odds if I add another bet. That's the first time I've heard that one.
That don't make no sense.
I just don't understand. I don't get it. Okay, well, I will not be doing same game parlays with hockey, apparently.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
All right, fellas, we need to get out of here. Good luck today.
Yep.
Have a good one. Win some money.
Yep.
Go Seattle Kraken. Enjoy the start of NHL. Enjoy playoff baseball pretty much all day, starting at 2. Preseason basketball. But most of all, hockey starts today. Get excited. It's Minnesota boy time.
I think I'm gonna buy a printer today.
Are you really?
Maybe not today, but soon.
Really?
I really want a printer.
You seem like a person who needs a printer.
I just like I feel like it'd be nice to have. I hate having all pages open trying to look back and forth between stats. I think for NBA, I want like
You just want
nice
printed,
printouts.
just-
Paper's underrated. I'm not
Sure.
like an anti-digital guy, but I think you have to work with them in harmony.
That's fair. You make a great point. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm getting out of here. Goodbye,
Yeah.
fellas. Good luck tonight. Win some money. Stay safe and
Yep.
post those winning tickets because I love to see them. Brag about it. Show off your money. Let's have a day.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
See you Wednesday.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. Bye, fellas.
Bye, fellas.